speed, strength, and conditioning. I'm excited to take you through a little workout today with minimal equipment. Today's workout is designed to help you break a little bit of a sweat and also introduce you to some really important patterns to progress through a strength and conditioning program. And everything that we're going to do today is with no equipment. I'm going to be giving you details for each exercise. Be sure to pay attention to the details. So we're not just going through the workout, loose on our technique. We really want to focus on the details because that is what's going to help us build athleticism and progress through the weeks to come. So all that you're going to need is a skipping rope, a regular resistance band, and a mini band. So the way this workout is designed, if you don't have this stuff, you'll still be able to work through it. But if you have this, you'll be able to do it exactly as I'm showing you. So we have 4 different training blocks, 3 exercises in each. The first 2 are starting with 60 seconds of skipping. So skipping rope here. If you don't have a rope, you can just follow along as if you did have a skipping rope. First block, I'm going to go over the 2 exercises that are with skipping, and that is a bird dog exercise. So with the bird dog, we're down on all 4s. We want to make sure that our shoulder blades are actually forward on the rib cage a little bit, so we're pressing the hands through the ground rather than being slumped down into a position like this. So press through the floor, spine is nice and neutral, so that means that it's relatively straight. We don't want to be overextended with a large arch in our back, and we don't want to be rounded like this. So we're finding that middle position, and we're going to extend the opposite arm and leg. When we extend, we want all that movement to come from the shoulder and hip joint. So as we extend, we don't want to be moving through the spine. So we're going to push back, squeeze that glute muscle, and reach forward. We'll do all of our reps on one side for today, and then on the other side with potentially alternating options as well. So now we have our hinge. So we're going to use a dowel for this if you have access to one. Head, upper back, and tailbone all on the dowel or broomstick. A little bit of knee bend. Again, we want to maintain that neutral spine position, and as we come back, we maintain those 3 points of contact: head, upper back, and tailbone. So if you're coming down, the dowel is coming off, then we want to adjust to that position. You should feel your hamstrings loading up. All right. And as we go through, I'll show you a couple other options if that's feeling really easy and you feel like you've dialed that one in. So let's get started with our skipping, bird dog, and hinges. 60 seconds of skipping. Let's get ready. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Skipping's undercover one of the best exercises to build some fundamental coordination. We can mix up the pattern a little bit if you're feeling good with regular skipping. We can go one leg at a time in a bit of a running pattern. We can go one foot, alternating back to the other. So have some fun with it. We got 6 minutes total of skipping today. If you're having trouble staying in rhythm, we got lots of opportunity to improve. 3, 2, and 1. From here, we're going into our bird dog. So we're on all 4s, nice neutral position. And we're going to be going 8 on each side. 3, 4, focus on that glute, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Other side. 1. All right. When you're done that bird dog, grab your dowel if you have one. If you don't have one, no problem. Still try to go through the same movement pattern. You can screw a broom handle off of a broom. Make sure you put it back after. So nice and tall. Sit back, feel those hamstring muscles. So those are the muscles that run down the back of your leg. We're going to go 5 times with our hands the way they are. 3, 4, and 5. And then we're going to switch hands and do 5 more. So when we tie this dowel or broomstick in here, we're actually getting the added benefit of a little shoulder mobility as well. All right, and that's our first set. So from here, we're going back to skipping. We have another minute. And let's get started in 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. So these 2 drills that we're working on, the bird dog and the hip hinge, are really important for a variety of strength training exercises. Everything from squats to deadlifts and even push-ups. Being aware of where your spine is in space is tremendously important to do exercises properly and to load the intended muscle groups. When you see that hinge, I'm sure you can see some strong similarities between the body position on that hinge and a deadlift. We have 10 seconds to go. 3, 2, and 1. All right, back to the top. So once again, lock in that neutral position. Press the hands to the floor. Extend and in. 3, 8 reps. Create length. 4, 5, and 8. There it is. Other side. Pressing to the ground. Neutral spine. Two more, squeeze that glute. And there it is. Back to our hinge. So again, if we're going to bend over and pick something up with any kind of weight to it, we want to load the muscles in our legs. In order to load the muscles in the legs effectively, we want to keep that spine in a relatively neutral position. And this dowel is allowing us to feel any compensations that we may have in the spine. So again, if your head's coming off, just tilt that head up. If your butt's coming off, maybe shorten that range of motion a little bit and really try to dial in that body position, feeling those hamstring muscles load up. All right, we have one more set here, 60 seconds of skipping. Hopefully you're starting to dial in those positions. Have some fun with the rope here. Switch it up. High knees, 1 foot, 2 feet, and cycle through those 3 different positions. If you feel more comfortable with one and you seem to be tripping up on the others, go ahead and stick with one of those patterns. And over the next couple weeks, I'm sure that you'll find some improvement there. It's being consistent with these workouts and practicing with intention. So we're always going to set an intention on each workout before we get started so that you know what we're working towards as we go through these workouts. 3, 2, and 1. All right, we got our last set here, bird dogs. Pressing to the ground, finding that neutral spine position. If you're having difficulty kind of feeling where neutral might be, you can start off with the dowel on your back, and that same head, upper back, and tailbone should all be in contact with the dowel. And 8, there we go, let's switch it up. So we're moving from the hip and the shoulder while we maintain that nice neutral spine position. When we're extended, we feel the glute muscle. We're creating length from the hand to the opposite foot. There we go. And our final hinge. So head, upper back, tailbone all in contact. We're going 5 one side as we load those hamstrings up. After 5, we're going to switch the hands. And let's go 5 more. Nice neutral spine. Feel those hammies load for 2, 3. Last 2 on this side. And there it is. So that's our first block of exercises. We have 3 blocks to go. The next one also begins with skipping, and then we're going into a hollow body and a lunge pattern. So, in that first exercise, we were in neutral with the spine for both exercises. For this one, we actually want to be in a little bit of flexion. So you can just try that out in an all fours position here. Round your back a little bit, okay? So you want to tilt that pelvis under, bring the rib cage down a little bit. Now we're just going to flip that around, and we're going to get into this position right here. Okay, so when I'm in that hollow body position, my lower back should be pinned right down against the ground. Okay, so here, and if I feel that low back popping up, I can always bring my knees in a little bit, keep that pelvis back, ribs down. This is going to shorten the lever a little bit and allow you to push that back down a little bit easier. So find where you need to be to hold the proper position. You should not feel the muscles in your lower back. You should feel the muscles in your abdominals. The stronger you get, the more you'll be able to extend, and then potentially getting right into this full hollow body position. Hollow body is really important because it is the foundation of many other core and ab exercises. For example, we got tuck crunches, we've got V-ups, and those are just a few that begin in a hollow body position. So developing strength in the hollow body is very, very important to effectively train the abs with higher level positions. But the hollow body is always going to be a challenge. It never gets any easier. So lunge. We're going to go down on the back if you have it. If you don't have it, no problem. In this case, I have my left hand up, so I'm going to bring my right knee forward. I'm going to stand nice and tall. When I lunge down, I want my foot, knee, and hip to stay in a nice straight line. So I don't want to be twisting as I go down. I want to maintain nice tall posture, and I want to maintain alignment down that front leg. Notice that when I'm here, my front foot's nice and flat, and my back heel is pointed up to the ceiling. So there's our 3 exercises: skip, hollow body, and lunge. Let's get right into it. We have 60 seconds of skipping. Here we go. So these are our final 3 sets of skipping for today. And then we're moving into some other movement patterns. Breaking a little bit of a sweat here. Whoop. It's completely normal to trip yourself up here and there. Hopefully over the next couple of weeks we can go all 6 minutes without tripping up. That would be the goal. We got 10 seconds to go here. Stay in a good rhythm. 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Hollow body. So hollow body, we're going 30 seconds. Lock it in. Remember, you can find the position that works for you. Knees bent. It's going to be a little bit easier. Knees straight. A little bit more challenging. Hands overhead is the full hollow body position. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Into our lunges. If you have the dowel, go ahead and toss that on your back. Whatever arm is up, opposite leg is forward. And we're going 8 on each side. Control those reps. We're not going for speed. 3. Control alignment. 4. 5. Tall posture. 6. 7. And 8. Let's switch it up. Switching arms and legs both. And 8 reps here. Tall posture, 7 and 8. So you should feel that front leg working as we do the lunge. And we're getting right back into our skipping for our second set in the second block. 60 seconds. Here we go. Try to keep your posture tall on these skips. Try not to jump too high. So we're not jumping through the ceiling. A lot of times when we have people skipping for the first time, we'll try to jump up really high. But control, some nice little hops. Ten seconds to go. And that's it. Back into our hollow body. 30 seconds, locking your position. Here we go. If your legs are straight, toes pointed, quads flexed, low back down. Keep that pelvis rotated back, ribs down. 5, 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's get those lunges in. Moving on to our final set after this. One leg forward, opposite arm up, 8 reps. We always want to be focused on our body position, focused on the muscles that we're intending to work, and controlling the pattern that we're doing. That is the key to many exercises, is control. There's a lot of different ways that you can do any given exercise, but you need to have intention and control through the pattern. So here we're keeping that foot, knee, and hip nice and straight, posture tall. All right. We'll take a quick little breather after this set here. You can grab a drink, and then we have 2 more 3 exercise blocks to go. Here we go. 1 minute. Tall posture. Halfway there. "20 seconds to go." Three, 2, and 1. Very good. Whole body, 30 seconds. Try to challenge yourself here. Find the position that you can hold, but right on the edge of where you just might lose that position. We don't want to make it too easy, and we don't want to make it too hard. We want to lock it in. Feel the correct muscles. 3, 2, and 1. Last set of lunges. 8 on each side. Tall posture. Nice straight lines. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Let's switch it up. Arm switch, leg switch. Six, 7, and 8. All right, go ahead, grab a drink. We got 2 more blocks to go. Next 3 exercises are high knees for 30 seconds, push-ups, and side plank. So high knees, we're gonna go here. Try to keep those arms relaxed at the side, so we're not shrugging up is what I mean. So shoulders are relaxed. We're moving the arms in rhythm with the legs. Try to keep your posture tall, so you're not leaning back like so. Those are some of the common mistakes you see when people are doing high knees for the first time. Push-ups, you can do them elevated on a bench or on the ground. Now, I would prefer to see you do them elevated on a bench if you're not able to use full range of motion on the ground. So, we want that pelvis tucked so the spine is relatively neutral. We don't want to be slumped into a position like this. So we're fully engaged. At the top of the movement, the shoulder blades are forward. At the bottom of the movement, the shoulder blades are back or retracted. So forward and back. So if you can do that same movement on the floor, that's fantastic. All the way down, all the way up. So I have the rep range anywhere from 5 to 12 reps. Because I'd rather see you do 5 good reps than 12 short and disconnected reps. So we want to be fully connected with the position. Next up we have side plank. So forearm on the ground, elbow directly below the shoulder. When you do a side plank, you want to think about pressing the forearm through the floor. So a lot of time in the side plank, people will be here. Okay, so the shoulder is kind of in the ear. We want to press that shoulder away from the body. Stack the feet on top of each other. Keep the pelvis neutral and the hips high. So we're pressing this forearm, we're pressing the hips to the ceiling, and we're feeling the obliques on the bottom side. If you're having trouble with that position, you can do it down on your knees. Same concept, but now we're pressing through the forearm and pressing through the knees rather than the feet. The muscle you should be feeling right in here in that oblique. It's not uncommon to feel a little bit funny through the shoulder, like some of the muscles in there are working as well. But it's really important you're pressing through the floor, and ideally the main muscle group that you're feeling is that oblique muscle group. So let's get started. We got 30 seconds here. High knees. Let's start in 3, 2, and 1. Nice rhythm. Get those knees up to parallel. Posture tall and shoulders relax. Halfway there, 15 seconds in, 15 to go. 5, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. 5 to 12 push-ups. I'll do 12 here to stick with you. So neutral, connected, down, and up. There's 12. Side plank, 30 seconds per side. Let's start in 3, 2, and 1. Knees or feet as an option. Hand can go here. Get a stretch down the side here, or hand to your hip. Any one of those 3 options. I really like to get a good reach on the top, stretch down the side. 2, and 1. Let's switch it up. 30 seconds on the other side. Nice neutral position. So the hips are forward, hips are back. We got a nice straight body line. Fully connected with the movement. 3, 2, and 1. All right, then we're back to the top. Here we go. High knees in 3, 2, and 1. 30 seconds. Tall posture, relax through those shoulders. Seven seconds to go. 3, 2, and 1. Push-ups, here we go, 12 reps. Nice and neutral. All right, moving on to our side plank. If you're not with me, no worries. You can go at your own pace. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Three, 2, and 1. Switching it up. Ten seconds to go. Pressing that forearm, keeping the hips high for 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Back to the top for our final set. High knees, 3, 2, and 1. Get those knees up. Keep that posture tall. 10 seconds to go. 2, 1, very good. Push-ups, here we go. Use the angle that works for you. 5 to 12, press, squeeze. All right, side plank, here we go. 30 seconds aside. 10 seconds to go. 3, 2, and 1. Very good. "30 seconds. Nice long body line. Press that forearm. Press the hips to the ceiling. Engage those obliques. 3, 2, 1. Very good. All right, that concludes block number 3. Moving on to our last and final block here. So, mini band now. We're going to have the mini band on the ankles. We're going to start with about a shoulder width stance. Step out to the side and up. So notice when I come up, I'm balancing on this foot. This foot's off the ground, and I'm maintaining that wide stance. So when I come down, I want to load into this outside glute, and I want to hold tension there the whole time. So we're going to go 12 one side, 12 the other side, and then move on to our band pull-aparts. We can keep the band on the ankles the whole time. Posture nice and tall, hands out in front. Pull the shoulder blades back. So when I'm forward here, shoulder blades are forward. When I come back, shoulder blades pull together. We don't want to see those shoulders spin forward in the sockets. We want to open everything up. Squeeze those blades tight. And then last one is a front plank march. So down on the forearms. Palms are going to have facing the ceiling. Spine nice and neutral. And then we're going to lift each foot nice and slow off the ground. Keep that pelvis neutral, so we don't want to be here. We want to be here for 10 on each side. So let's do it. We got that lateral band squat, 12 aside. We got band pull aparts, and we have a front plank march. Let's do it. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, up to 12. Load that glute. And 12. There it is. Here we go. Other side. 1, 2, 3, going to 12. 9, 3 to go. 10, posture tall. 11, load that glute. 12. Here we go. Pull aparts. Nice tall posture. 10 reps. 10 down. Here we go. Front plank, march. Forearms pressing through the ground, shoulder blades forward, pelvis neutral, 10 aside. And we're back to the top. Let's get right into it. Lateral bend, squat, 12 aside, and 1. Load that glute. 2. And 12. Here we go, other side. Twelve down. Band pull aparts. If you don't have the band, you really can get a lot out of this exercise by simply controlling the shoulder blades through protraction forward and retraction back. Same exercise, no band. There it is. Moving on to our last exercise here. We got one more set after this, and then we are done. 10 on each side. It's half. Try not to let the hips shift when you lift. And there it is. We have one final set to go here. Hopefully we've got a little bit of a sweat going today, but more importantly for today's workout, hopefully you've learned something about loading, holding position, as those are going to be very important as we move forward through our progressive minimal equipment workouts. All right, other side, here we go. Loading that glute for 4, 5, 6 is half. And 12, here we go. Band, pull aparts, hands in front. Posture's tall, chin is neutral. Squeeze the blades. Last one for 10, here we go. Squeeze it, feel those muscles in your upper back. Open through the chest, and that's it. Last front plank, palms to the ceiling, press the forearms through the floor. 1, 2, going to 10 aside. There it is, 10 down, 4 mini circuits. Again, I hope you learned something today. Expect these workouts to progress week to week. We're always going to set an intention, always focus on the proper positions and muscle activation, and have a great day.